Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining our June 2023 OCHMS user meeting. Please enter your agency name into the chat box so we can take attendance. We will cover the following topics in this meeting. We have a new staff update, Hick and Pitt overview reports, data accuracy dashboard, project performance, healthcare insurance knowledge base, agency audit, agency setup, an update regarding the client consent form, an announcement about the family CES migration, an update for data and performance management, a holiday announcement, and we will have some time at the end for Q&A, and the HMS team will also stay online for office hours. If you have any questions, feel free to add your questions to the chat. We will try our best to address the questions in the meeting, and we will revisit those questions during the Q&A section. If some questions we require a little bit more time to get you the information, we will provide a follow-up ticket or add additional information in the meeting minutes. We are happy to announce Michaela has joined our team as an HMS support specialist. Michaela has started supporting with HMS Help Desk tickets, so if you come across her through the support ticket, please give her a warm welcome. So the Hick and Pitt overview reports are published and available on our website. The housing inventory count collects information about all beds and units in each COC homeless system. Only beds dedicated to serve homeless clients should be counted in the HIC. HUD requires each COC to conduct an annual count of people experiencing homelessness, and this is the point in time count. It would be homeless clients experiencing homelessness in shelter, emergency shelter, transitional housing, and safe havens. The PIT date for this year was January 23rd, 2023. And you'll see that we also link the overview report that is published on our website for your review. In the next following slides, we will provide some highlights from the reports. This is our HIC total beds. All project types have seen an increase in the past 3 years. Emergency shelter, seasonal projects were not active the night of the count. Transitional housing continues to decrease. However, we're seeing increases for rapid rehousing, other PH and PSH projects. Bed utilization. We have seen increases in bed utilization for both emergency shelter and other PH projects from compared to 2022. In 2022, emergency shelters were not operating at 100% due to COVID safety restrictions, and since then, emergency shelters have reopened beds. A handful of new projects under other PH project joined in 2022 and has since increased their capacity. The 2023 shelter PIT total clients, the household type, adults and children, has been fairly consistent year over year. There's an increase for households with adults only. The count for households with children only is very low. The overall shelter PIT count is 2,993, and that's an increase of 332 persons since last year. Client with disability. The chart on the left, the navy bars, would count clients more than once if they report more than one disability. The chart on the right with the orange bars would only count the clients once, as it is counting how many disabilities the client is reporting. 60% of clients counted in the shelter pit reported to have at least one disability. Special populations. We saw a decrease in chronic homeless families. This count continues to be very small overall. We had a fairly consistent count with youth and survivors of domestic violence over the years. We did see a slight increase during this year's count. We also saw a slight decrease for veterans this year. There's been increases for chronically homeless individuals and seniors over the year. Looking at the shelter pit report as a whole, since 2019, we've seen an increase of chronically homeless clients and seniors, as well as clients reporting disabilities. The trend seems to show that there are more vulnerable clients that are remaining homeless. As shared previously, these reports are available on our website. We will include the links to the overview report so that you can take a deeper dive of the HIC and PIT report. If you have any questions, please feel free to add that to the chat. I don't see any questions coming in, so we'll move forward, but we definitely have time during Q&A to address any questions. Andrew?
Hey everyone, good morning. In these next two slides, I'm going to be going over the data accuracy dashboard. The data accuracy dashboard is a useful report that you can run in HMIS that will show you enrollments and clients with potential data quality issues. Some of these issues include disabled clients without disability type, housing move-in date errors, date of birth after project start date, and any errors relating to approximate date homelessness started. In order to run this report, you can navigate to the reports section of HMIS, and under data analysis in Orange County Clarity System reports, there's a data quality section. And in this section, you'll see a few reports, including the data accuracy dashboard and the data accuracy dashboard details. So the data accuracy dashboard is going to look like the image we have on the right side of the screen. And it's going to be a collection of bar charts that's going to show you the number of clients or enrollments that flag a potential data quality error. It's also going to include a short description of what that error is. And you can also filter this report to specifically look at your agency or a particular project. You can also filter the reporting period to only look at enrollments that were entered in a given reporting period. And if you want to get more specific with the error or look at it in a more granular way, you can run the data accuracy dashboard details reports. And the details report is going to give you a list of the clients with their unique identifiers. And it's actually going to show you the data that was entered that flags the error. So you can use this to review the enrollments, review the data that was entered. And if you notice that it was an error due to data entry, you can go ahead and edit that enrollment and make it so that the error no longer shows up on the report. And this is a particularly useful report because some of these errors are going to be flagged on the data quality report cards as well. So it's good to introduce running this report on a regular basis into your workflow, maybe once a month, to review data accuracy and ensure that your projects have the highest data quality that they can. And then in the next slide, I just have a couple more images of the data accuracy dashboard. So these are a couple of different errors that we have. So it's the approximate date homelessness started error, which means that the enrollments with the approximate date homelessness started on the enrollment was entered after the project start date. So that's a particularly common error that we see. So you just want to be writing this report whenever you can, just to monitor your data quality and improve the data entry quality of your agency whenever possible. That's all I have for the data accuracy dashboard. But if you have any questions, feel free to leave it in the chat, and I will hand it over to my team now.
Thank you, Andrew. I don't see any questions coming in, so we will circle back during Q&A if any questions come in for the data accuracy dashboard. Heather?
Hi, good morning, everyone. If you're an agency administrator, you may have seen requests for project performance report corrections coming from the HMIS team, or perhaps you would just simply like to know more about the project performance reports. These reports, and sometimes we abbreviate them as PPRs, highlight certain measures determined to be important in effectively ending homelessness for clients in Orange County. The only project types that are published are street outreach, emergency shelter, transitional housing, rapid rehousing, and permanent supportive housing and other permanent housing. Next slide, please, Elizabeth. The project performance overview document is a helpful tool which presents the following information to help you understand the PPRs. A schedule and reporting period table identifies the monthly schedule and reporting period by project type. So the table at the top right lists each project type across the top with the months they'll be published and the reporting period used for that report. The document also has a list of goals and their thresholds, which provide a detailed description of the 14 goals and their thresholds to facilitate understanding of the measurements. So projects will only have thresholds if the goal is applicable for that project type. You see to the right an example for goal 1. It has a description of the goal and a table of the applicable project types and the threshold for each project type. Next slide, please. This is a sample report showing each project in the column on the left and the applicable goals in the top row, and a measurement for each goal in each of the cells. And there's color coding to determine whether each goal was met. All current and past PPRs can be found on the Orange County website, and you would go to the meetings tab at the top and click on data and performance management meeting materials, and you can find all the reports. Next slide, please. If you would like to view your agency's PPR data, you have access at any time to run clarity reports. These reports can be used to review your data and complete data cleanup. So simply go to Reports and click on the Data Analysis tab and find the Orange County Clarity System reports and locate the Project Performance Reports section. And we pictured that at the top right. You'll notice 2 reports for each project type, a summary containing a graphical representation of your data and a details report containing specific client level data. Review the data using the project performance report. An example of what you'll see is on the right, and it shows, this one shows goal 1, and it'll provide the threshold right underneath it and the current performance of your agency's projects, which are each of the bars. And so it is color-coded to indicate homeless situations and non-homeless situations to help identify those areas requiring further review. Use the project performance details report to assist in your data cleanup. Additional information may be found in the project performance overview document and by the reviewing the materials in the data and performance management meetings tab on our website.
Thank you, Heather. I don't see any questions coming in at the moment, so we'll move forward. Diana?
Good morning, everyone. We have published a new health insurance knowledge base article. The health insurance is collected to determine whether clients are accessing all mainstream medical benefits for which they may be eligible, along with changes between the project start and project exit. The project type oh God, I can't say this. Excuse me. All programs, all components. Data collected about is all clients, and collection point is project start, update, annual assessment, and project exit. And we will be including the actual health insurance knowledge base article in the meeting minutes.
Thank you, Diana. I don't see any questions coming in, so we'll revisit if any questions come in later during Q&A.
Okay. Okay, we are going to begin our HMS agency audits again for 2023. We will reach out to your agency 2 weeks before the available audit meeting dates. So you have a few options to schedule the audit and you have time to prepare for the audit. Please be on the lookout for our email to schedule your agency audit in July. And we have included the 2023 agency audit form, and that will be available in our meeting minutes as well. Next slide, please. So, as with previous audits, the following forms must be dated for 2023 and signed with a wet signature by your leadership at the agency. So these two forms are the participating agency agreement and interagency data sharing agreement. So once you have those forms completed, you will be uploading them to the agency audit form for us to review. Next slide, please. And then again, we haven't changed the agency audit form from last year, so this will look familiar for a lot of you. You will need to review and attach files to the audit form. These reports contain information such as active users for your agency, active projects, current bed inventory, and users at your agency that are receiving correspondence from 211. Please review the reports and complete the audit form questionnaire 2 business days before the scheduled audit meeting. So I know that we just went through our HIC and PIT process. This is a good time to take a look at your bed inventory that we provide and make any updates for your bed inventory or anything else within your program. And that's something that we can review during the audit.
Thank you, Diana. I don't see any questions coming in about the audit, so we'll move forward. Heather?
So following up on what Diana just covered, agencies may review any of the information contained in those attached files provided with the audit form. And you can review this information at any time to understand what's in HMIS for your projects, or this would be a good good best practice, as Diana pointed out, to prepare for HIC-PIT. So the agency setup review dashboard has been provided to assist in your review of project descriptor, funding sources, and bed inventory for each of your projects. The dashboard can be found by clicking on the reports and then navigate to the data analysis tab, find the Orange County Clarity System reports, and locate the agency management section, and then click on the Run tab next to Agency Setup Review. And next slide, please. So this is a sample report to show the filters you can use to review your own agency's information and the tiles that are used to display your data. So note the 3 separate tiles for program descriptor, funding sources, and bed inventory that'll help you navigate to the data you wish to review. After reviewing the report, if you notice any information that requires updating, please submit a ticket to the help desk and we'll be happy to update this information.
Thank you, Heather. We don't see any questions coming in about the agency setup, so we'll move forward for now. Armando?
Hi, good morning, everyone. We wanted to share the update that the consent to share protected personal information form, which clients sign off on, has been updated with a current list of the active HMIS participating agencies. So this is a form that most of you already are aware that is updated on a quarterly basis. And every quarter when we're updating that last page of the form, we're including a list of the active roster of agencies that are participating in HMIS. And you can locate this form on our website by navigating to the HMIS Forms and Documents tab. And from there, looking at the policy and privacy forms. And that's where the consent to share protected information form can be found.
Thank you, Armando. I don't see any questions coming in, so we'll move forward.
I have a question.
Oh, yes, feel free to
This is
ask.
Troy Shanker from City of San Clemente Outreach. So I was following you as you were talking about that. I'm on the OC HMIS website. Under policies and procedures, where is the new updated form located at?
So, sorry, give me a second. I'm going to stop sharing the slides to navigate to our website. Thank you for your patience. I'm just navigating to our website to show you guys where the form is located.
Yeah, I'm under the forms and documents tab now.
Diana, can you confirm you see our OCHMS website?
Yes.
Okay. So you're going to go to Forms and Documents, and under HMIS Policy and Privacy Forms, if you click that tab, you're going to see the consent to share protected information. So
Okay.
we have, thank you for your question. So we do have the form in 3 different languages, so you can provide those to the clients. Thank you for your questions.
About a question regarding the client consent to share information too. Thank you for bringing this topic up. So you mentioned that this form is updated on a quarterly basis. What happens if another agency comes on in between the time that the form is updated? How do we share that information with our clients? I'm asking the question because just recently we had a client who wanted to know, which agencies were participating, and so I just wanted to know if it's in between that quarterly report update. How do you get that information?
Thank you for your question. Let me navigate back to the form so we can share how you can share which agencies are accessing and who join HMIS. I apologize for switching between screens. Diana, can you confirm that you see our website?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm just going to go off of this document. So you'll see that page 1 and page 2 will remain the same. It's page 3 that's updated on a quarterly basis. For the most current list, we actually have a link right here for you to click, and it will take you to a list of all the agencies. So this is a live list.
Great. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you for your question. Diana, can you confirm that you see our slides again?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. And thank you all for your questions. So we wanted to share an announcement. The Family Coordinated Entry System will be migrated to County of Orange in June. The migration is expected to occur towards the end of June to have the migration completed and be live by July 1st. The HMS team will provide updates once the migration is completed. On July 1st, users will navigate to the County of Orange to access Family CS. The workflow will continue to be the same, the only change is that your agency access would be updated to County of Orange. And please keep an eye out. We will be sending out a newsletter to provide updates as the migration is in process and completed. Feel free to let us know if you have any questions. You can enter them into the chat. If you have questions later on, feel free to reach out to your agency admins and they can send a ticket to the HMS help desk. I don't see any questions right now, so we'll just move forward. Linda?
Good morning, everyone. So the HMIS team is currently restructuring the data management and performance meeting, which will be resuming in fall 2023. However, the transitional housing project performance report will be published this Thursday. The next project performance reports is the emergency shelter. Yesterday, we just sent out the draft data corrections for all the agencies. So please be on the lookout for that email. And then also the file is in your Dropbox. So please be out on the lookout for that as well. These corrections are due 2 weeks and they will be due, I believe, Wednesday, the 21st of this month.
Thank you, Linda. As shared previously, Heather went over where you guys can navigate to run the project performance report. So in your Dropbox, you would receive a draft data for goal 5 and goal 10. And for the other goals, you would be able to run that through Clarity. So please take the time to review. And if you have any questions, please feel free to submit a help desk ticket. Thank you. Linda, I don't see any questions for the slides, so we'll move forward.
So we do have a holiday coming up, which is July 4th. We will be closed on Tuesday, July 4th. And we will be back in the office July 5th to assist you with any HMIS questions. Thank you.
Thank you, Linda. So we do have time for Q&A. If you would like to add your questions to the chat or unmute yourself, please feel free to do so. And just a reminder for any user that joined our meeting a little bit later, please enter your agency name into the chat so that we can take attendance.
Hi, I just wanted to follow up on a ticket we submitted earlier in May. Would right now be a good time to follow up on that, or should we maybe hop on a call separately?
So for tickets, yes, we would address those individually with agencies. Could you go ahead and enter your name and agency in the chat and just put the word ticket so that we can follow up with you?
Yes, thank you.
Thank you. I don't see any questions coming into the chat. For if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to your agency admins, and if needed, they'll escalate those questions to the HMS help desk and will provide additional support. Oh, I see a comment. James, feel free to go ahead and add your questions into the chat, or feel free to unmute yourself.
Hi. Sorry if this was answered already because I had technical issues and I had to leave and rejoin, but when I had to leave, they were talking about the family CES being migrated to being under County of Orange. Is that access still going to be like separate the same way it is now?
Yes, so similar to how you access County of Orange or Family Solution Collaborative, it's going to be under your name. You're going to see the little menu, the little caret to switch between agency access.
Okay, I guess my question is because our agency, we currently don't have family access, but we are an individual access point. So I guess with this change, will we have the ability or access in the system to put people on the family queue?
So for families he has access, you would still need to be approved to be a family access point. So we would connect you to Family Solution Collaborative for their review and support with that.
Okay, but after July, they would just be both listed under, they would both be accessed through County of Orange.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay,
And
thank you.
if anyone from Family Solution Collaborative is on the call, feel free to share any additional information.
Thanks, Elizabeth. This is Roxana. I think it was James that was speaking. If you could just drop your email in the chat, I can reach out to you about prior conversations that we've had with Lutheran Social Services about how to become a family access point and all that. So I can connect with you if you can just drop that in the chat for us. Thank you.
Yeah, I can drop that in the chat. I know someone else on my agency had been in conversation with you about that. I guess I was just curious if this changed any of that process. But I can drop my email.
So, can we go back to the slide about the migration of families going to County of Orange? So my question is, I guess we are a family access point, and right now we do switch between ICES and FCES. What would happen since it's all going to be under, switch between those two profiles, since it's all going to be under County of Orange? What will happen is maybe on the programs page, instead of just seeing ICES, you'll see both of them now. Is that how it's going to work, or you're not sure what that what it's going to look like in terms of inside of HMIS yet? Just wondering.
Yes, that is correct. Carmen, you would see both coordinated entry system under the programs tab under County of Orange.
Okay, thanks.
We had a question about, will there be a follow-up meeting after the migration is completed? So the migration is expected to be live July 1st. Our next user meeting will actually be right after that, which is July 5th. So we will provide an update through a newsletter, as well as making an update announcement in our user meeting for July 5th. So I don't see any more questions coming in. I want to say thank you all for joining us and have a great day. We'll see you at our next user meeting, which is July 5th. Please feel free to send in a ticket if you have any questions.